Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on... Here we go. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Now here's Gobert. Off target with the 3. George outside. Jackson outside. Kicks it to George. The Clippers rebound. They swipe it. Russell with the ball. Jackson on him. And Towns slams it home.
And yeah, this is what you like to see from Towns, using his size and strength to make things happen. You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Now here's Jackson. About a minute into this first quarter. Morris passes to Leonard. Zubac's with it. Back to Leonard. No one near him. That one rolls around and rims out. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team. Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here's George. Pass to Leonard. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Aggressive play from Kawhi Leonard, drawing the foul and still taking his shot.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
Now here's Russell. Right side McDaniels. Pass to Towns. McDaniels, a screen on Morris. The shot by Towns, no good. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
And Minnesota has possession, following the score by the Clippers. Edwards, a pass to Towns. And Edwards slams it in.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
George outside. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Fires for 3. No good that time. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Outside Edwards. Into the lane. Again, the Timberwolves score.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Leonard outside. Pass to Jackson. Now here's George. From deep 3-point range. Towns with a rebound.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Here's Jackson after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Now George. Soft touch off the glass.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Pass to Gobert. Outside Russell. Shoots over Jackson. McDaniels passes to Russell. Just 5 on the clock. And he lobs it up top. And rejected. Inside. And George with the basket on the assist by Leonard.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Russell from outside. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. Gobert no good. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Down low. Here's Morris. Back to Leonard. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here we go. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
The drive by Jackson for 3. George. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Edwards. Outside for Russell. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 5. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
What they've done is they've looked to push the pace and transition early, and it's paid dividends with their fast break points.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second.
And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
Now here's George. Rebound Minnesota. Outside Edwards. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Over to the wing. Gobert finds Russell. Now Edwards. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Edwards has got 8 points. Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc. To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Jackson against Russell. Now here's Towns. Defense is right there. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Reggie Jackson.
And what has made D'Lo a max player? He puts constant pressure on the defense.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play. Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Back to Russell. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
The aggressive move by Russell. He's got the deep bag of tricks. So tough to stop.
Out to Leonard. And he'll draw the foul. They'll head to the line for 2. And anytime a player is asked about pressure, they'll say, I don't feel it. Smitty, I don't believe it.
No, you shouldn't be. I think what they're doing is, obviously, you don't want to show weakness. And it's about different players, how they manage it. And I think some players do a better job than others.
Noel, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. On the wing, Noel. Back to Daniels. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Jackson against Russell. Jackson, the pass to Leonard. The kick out to Morris. Fires the 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Russell, that's good.
Hey, if you give him room, he's gonna score the ball.
The Clippers trail. Leonard outside. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. They grab their own miss. The three, George. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Noel. Good work defensively by Leonard.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Offensive board. Kicks it to George. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. McLaughlin's checked in. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Gobert. Here's McLaughlin. The shot comes out. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris. To the inside, George. And the jam by George.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Here's McLaughlin. It's McDaniels on the wing. Goes up from the top of the key. And they'll get another chance. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McDaniels a screen. Second shot opportunity. And the play by Towns inside. Towns has got 9.
Fantastic use off the bounce by Towns, getting all the way to the rim.
Morris outside. The three. No luck on that one. That'll count. Can't get it to drop. And so it's Minnesota.
23.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
On the court for the Timberwolves, Kyle Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard position.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
Kennard, he's checked in for man. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Here's McLaughlin. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. It's scooped up.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Stolen by Reid. Here's Noel, defended by Kennard. From the baseline. Noel, no good. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting only 33%. Not exactly consistent offense. Rebounded! Minnesota in the lead. Here's McLaughlin. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Chalk up 2 there.
That's good planning, and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
The Clippers call timeout. Now Los Angeles with it. Outside wall. Oh, and Reid with a block. Here's Noel, covered by Covington. Anderson for 3. And Wall pulls it down. So it's the Clippers now. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Here's Kennard. Drains the triple. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Nicholas Batum making the resourceful play, gifting the ball to a ready shooter instead of forcing something.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Prince. Clock at 6. And it's McLaughlin missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Batum, pass to Covington. The shot no good. And Minnesota the other way with it now. Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. Now Reed. And stolen by Covington. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Left side Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Getting up and finishing with muscle. Love seeing Wall attack the basket with ferocity.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Anderson for 3. A slam dunk by Reed.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Nice shot by Kennard.
A knockdown shooter with excellent range. Kennard gives your offense the floor spacing it needs.
On the wing, Noel. From downtown. Out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. There's a minute 26 left to play in the third quarter here. Now here's Wall. The D's right on him. Covington against Anderson. For the lead. Minnesota with a rebound.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Noel. Now covers. Pass to Prince. Now here's Reed. Kennard outside. Covington finds Kennard. Out to Covington. Powell outside. 5 on the clock. Left side Wall. Lets it go from the wing. Misses off the right iron. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Reed. Here's Noel. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Back to Batum. And he goes in for the dunk.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Here's Noel. Three-quarters of play and a close one here. The Clippers on top. They're up by 1. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Creating plays for others. It's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in it to 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Edwards. Ooh, nice D from George. The Clippers in the lead. Morris outside. 4-3. Out to Leonard. McDaniels with some nice D. Minnesota shooting just 42% so far in the game. Here's Edwards. Pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Here's Leonard. Morris outside. It's tipped. Jackson finds Morris. Kicks it to George. Lets it go from deep. Towns with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
McDaniels passes to Gobert. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And now a three-point Minnesota lead. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
To the middle. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammate. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Russell to pass to McDaniels. And here's Edwards. McDaniels, a screen on George. Here's Edwards. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Leonard. Minnesota with a rebound. Edwards with it. Guarded now by George. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Jackson against Russell. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's foul number 2 for him. John Wall, he's checked in for Jackson. Timberwolves on D. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Leonard on the take. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And he's going for the lob. And it's powered home by Towns.
What an athletic play from Towns. Rising up over the defense to hammer in the alley-oop.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're behind by 7. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He said, quote, "We are within striking distance. This is where we take over and turn this game into our favor. Let's go get it."
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Ball against Russell. Outside Edwards, just 5 to shoot. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
I think they've looked to dump it down low as often as possible, and so far they've been super successful using this attack.
They've also been showing a standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Ball against Russell. Outside Edwards. To the right side. Russell against Wall. Towns for 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
And just a painful blow right there. I mean, eyeing the lead, they give up a big triple.
Leonard passes to George. Over Edwards. Pass to Wall. The kick out to Morris. Takes a 3. Russell with the rebound. And the Timberwolves with possession here. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. From deep. It's rebounded by George. Leonard way outside. And it's off from 3-point range.
John Wall. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so it's Minnesota with the W. Exceptional effort on the...
history, Richard, between these two teams tonight will be another installment in this terrific rivalry.
And let me say, playing in the same conference, having to go through each other year after year, yeah, that can breed a little bit of contempt. Let's just say it that way.
Exactly. I'm sure you felt that against rivals in your division and your conference.
Yeah, I think most of the time they felt it against me.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Now here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late. Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here's Jackson. Right side, George. And here's Leonard from 3. Sinks the triple.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
It's Morant with the drop.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Outside, George. Morris looking over the floor. Clock at 4. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Can't hit from in close.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Brooks kicks to Jackson. Bain against George. A 3 from Morant. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Morant's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Nobody near George. Off target with his 3. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Morant with it. George picks him up. Morant passes to Bain. He dishes it to Adams. Out to Morant. Second shot opportunity. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Leonard inside. Guarded by Bain. Leonard no luck. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's Morant. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Now, here's George. Following the miss by John Morant. A nice shot by George.
A good ball handler with an advanced offensive repertoire. George is more than comfortable in the pick and roll.
It's Morant with the drive. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now, here's George. A three from Leonard. That shot, no good. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Morant passes to Adams. Morant against Jackson. Outside, George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Steven Adams picks one up.
The length and quickness of George is so difficult to guard against. That really compromises the defense, forcing them to foul.
He's off on the second. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And making a statement right away, letting them know that he won't get any easy ones when he's around.
And they get it back. Zubac kicks to George. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. George, that's a two-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
On the wing, Bain. Here's Adams, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Not the last time we'll see that. Adams is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
Well, if you pull players who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
Now, here is George. And the pass to Zubac. Outside Jackson. Back to Zubac. Nice move. And the dunk by Zubac.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Morant kicks to Bain. Brooks from outside. Hands it from downtown.
No, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
And here's Leonard from 3. No good on the last second attempt there. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 2. We've got... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The previous play is under review.
Can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for Jeff.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
How hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Trailing by 2. Out to Brooks for the 3. Paul George grabs the miss. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Pass to George. And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Stolen by Jackson.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
Morant against Jackson. It's Morant with the drive. And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Jackson passes to Morris. George with the ball. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Stolen. The feed to Jackson. Out to Morant. The 3 ball. Memphis the rebound. Here's Adams. Brooks with no one around. No good from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
In the air, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
Here's Morant, and he converts the layup. Morant's got the lead up to 2 now for the Grizzlies.
So flashy with the rock. Morant takes pleasure in slicing and dicing the D to pieces.
Here's Leonard. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Outside, Dane. Stolen by George. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Leonard. Outside for George. Morant scanning the floor. Jackson dishes to Adams. Bain with it. George picks him up. 3-pointer. Brooks drills the 3-pointer. Brooks has got 6. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies. From deep, George connects from 3-point range. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer. Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And it's Leonard missing. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
He'll put you on your heels in a hurry. Morant slicing through the D.
Jackson drives in. From deep, George. Great D that time from Bain. Memphis leading by 4, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant, and that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Jackson. Grizzlies with the rebound. Morant kicks to Adams. Outside Jackson. Memphis moving it around. George against Bain. 5 on the clock. Brooks from outside. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds in this game. Left side, George. Offline with his 3. That one, no good. John Morant has been so much there for the great interview. The Grizzlies, 22. As we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from John Morant.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Batum, and at the 5, roaming the paint.
It's the size of Jackson Jr. that is so hard to match up with. This is why defenders are just forced to foul him.
Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job. Back to Morant. Batum with the steal. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. And Wall with the slam.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
It's Morant with the drive. And Adams with the slam.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Clippers trail by 6.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Here's Conchar, guarded by Powell. Williams passes to Conchar. The kick out to Williams. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Hey, Craig, talking about the great John Morant. This guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything. Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Memphis. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Green finds Williams. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Conchar. And the layup falls.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Wall against Jones. Batum. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
and just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
Jones, no one around him. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Jones has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Powell, no one around him. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Here's Conchar. A three-pointer off the mark.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Basket counts.
And that's why you don't let them get positioned deep in the post.
And they need better team defense. How about your man in the post? It takes multiple guys to stop him.
Here's Conchar, guarded by Powell. Conchar can't get it to go. Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Covington with the bucket.
A smart offensive player. I like watching Covington get interior positioning and look to score.
Outside Williams. Batum against Clark. Shoots over Batum. And again, Memphis no good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And Wall kicks to Batum. Mark against Covington. Clark the pass to Williams. Here's Conchar. Lets it go from deep. Good on the triple. Conchar's got 5 points so far.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Powell for three. Bernard. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Great. He's ferocious when the ball goes up. Outside, Jones. And the Grizzlies get it back. Green kicks to Williams. Jones looking for an opening from deep. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
And they get it to double digits just as we get set for the final quarter here. That three could be a killer.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Grizzlies out in front. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. Stolen by Brooks. On the wing, Bain. Defended by George. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Jacks up a three. The shot comes out, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Out to Morris. Corner shot. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got 8 rebounds in this game. Paul George with the steal. It's stolen by Adams. Bain passes to Jackson. Memphis moving it around. From deep, Brooks. And another miss by Memphis. Clippers trail by 14. Morris inside. Jackson on him. And the rejection by Jackson. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
It's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Ja Morant.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis, he talked with the team. he was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. You don't have to make up the deficit all at once. See if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Out to Morant. From deep, Brooks. It's hauled in by George. Clippers trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Jackson in the corner. Morant outside. Outside, Bain. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown. And Adams kicks to Brooks. Jackson passes to Adams. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And another miss by Memphis. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And finished off by Leonard.
Well, they've been running the offense through Leonard all night, and why not?
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Morant outside to the inside. Kick out to Adams. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Back to Brooks. Payne for 3. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And then Leonard with the dunk.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
On the wing, Brooks. Back to Morant. Up top, Bain. How's that for an answer? Back with the dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Takes it out to Leonard. There's the 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 9 points here in the second half.
A true go-to option on offense. Leonard knows this team depends on him to take and make those big shots.
Morant, reaches to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you have to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Bain kicks to Morant. Back to Bain. Jackson passes to Brooks. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's a 12-point Grizzly lead.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Now here's Morant. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Bain. From deep three-point range, no good. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This was a very, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it.
Hey, a real treat in store for us tonight, folks. We get to see two teams with some of the best young talent in the NBA, Grant.
And you said it best. I mean, these teams and their players, they have a lot of runway in front of them. So you get a glimpse of the league's future here. With the wealth of potential on both sides, these are teams that figure to be contenders for years to come.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Moran and Bane in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Grizzlies on offense. Bane, the pass to Jackson. Outside for Brooks. Back to Jackson. Outside Bane. Shot clock at 5. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Towns into the lane. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And you see Towns with those big mitts, able to control the basketball on the dribble. That's where the size of your hands can be a nice asset for you.
Now here's Moran. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Edwards against Bane. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Outside Russell. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Now here's Russell. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Ja Morant picks one up.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive and scoring the ball, they go to another level.
For Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% three, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
From behind the arc. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Edwards got 5.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
Here's Moran. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Now here's Russell. From outside the arc. And another 3 from Minnesota.
And, you know, this has become a real weapon for Russell now, and it's because he's worked hard on his shot.
Pass to Jackson. The 3 is up. No luck on that one. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Left side, Russell. Driving to the basket. Outside McDaniels. Right side, Edwards. Back to Daniels. Up and over Brooks. McDaniels finds Gobert. Towns for 3. Sure, from three-point range. Towns has got his second basket.
Oh, my goodness. The 7-footer launching from way beyond the arc. How do you contest that? I don't think you can.
Good work defensively by Russell.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
To the paint. McDaniels from long range. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. From the arc. The shot by Russell, no good. Pass to McDaniels. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Now here's Moran. Tipped. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Here's Moran.
Forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet.
Exercising his authority.
Now here's Towns. 5 points in the game. Back to Russell. Goes back up. Gobert, no good. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Jackson, the pass to Adams. Brooks outside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the Grizzlies.
He's off on the second. Outside Edwards. Can't connect from long distance. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead, up by 6. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Payne in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in its center, locking down the middle.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old. BA, I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance. Spruce it up a little bit.
And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Fred.
So true, BA. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Now here's Payne. Jackson for 3. That shot off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Morant with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Pass to Adams. Stolen by Russell. Morant against McDaniels. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Oh, got a piece of it. Brooks left side. Outside Bay. Six to shoot. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Kept alive. And it's slammed in by Adams.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Russell up top. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Russell's got 5 now. Well, you ask any team executive, they're all looking for the next Giannis. The problem is there aren't many like Giannis.
That is so true, B.A. Good luck with that, team executives. But reality, look, the way the NBA game is evolved, positionless basketball is what it's all about. You combine that with size, skill, and talent. That's a dangerous combination, and that's what every team needs. That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Gobert on the high post. Right wing. Pass to Russell. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Ja Morant picks one up.
Despite the wiry frame, taking it up strong inside, and D'Angelo will get free throws.
And both free throws good for Russell. quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
Moran against Russell. They get it back. Pass to Bain. Brooks outside for 3. He drops it from range.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Outside McDaniels. Here's Gobert. Adams covering. With the floater. Second chance shot. Gobert. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Moran against Edwards. It's stolen. Bain against Towns. Throws it up high. Out of bounds. It'll be Grizzlies ball.
Yeah, communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Noel, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's McLaughlin in for Russell. And it's Noel with a rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunk, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
He takes it in. Adams grabs the miss. Memphis trailing here. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Adams.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
Here's McLaughlin, pounded by Moran. McDaniels from long range. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Moran, the pass to Brooks. Jackson outside. And the dunk by Jackson.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Going inside, McLaughlin. Here's McDaniels. Oh, no good. The dry spell continued. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Grizzlies out in front, up by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, you got to like what Ja Moran has done in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half has to take a lot out of him.
The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Torian Prince is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Out left to the wing. And Danny Green gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Pass to Russell. The shot misses. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Here's Aldama. Back to Jones. Here's Aldama. Anderson covers. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
When you take a look at the former second-round pick, Danny Green, he's done a really nice job carving out a lengthy career in the league.
And for years, Green has proven he can be counted on. He's a key piece on some title teams, Clark.
Yeah, he's got multiple championship rings to vouch for that, to speak to that. I mean, he's the definition of a 3-and-D swingman. Actually may have been one of the guys that were looked at in creating that definition if you go back several years. He's provided lockdown defense wherever he's been and timely shot making, too.
Edwards, pass to Russell. 5 to shoot. And Edwards slams it in.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Pass to Conchar. Here's Aldama. it in off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
So you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. Noel, he's checked in for Minnesota. Rivers comes in for Russell. Clark is checked in for Memphis. Williams comes in for Aldama. Pass to Rivers. Ooh, good finish at the rack on the slick feed.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Jones, the pass to Williams. Here's Conchar. Fires from deep. He's off on that one. Here's Rivers. Out to the right wing. Inside. Here's Reed. Another shot. Pass to Rivers. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Boy, in a game this snug, we can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Memphis leading. Outside Jones. Now here's Clark. Williams with it. Some room here for Jones. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Here's Rivers. And the layup falls.
Able to get to the hoop with those nice handles, leading to an easy finish.
For Memphis, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third.
2 minutes.
Jones, the pass to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Assist
You
from
know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Anderson against Williams. From downtown. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Jones. Here's Clark. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And now a 7-point Memphis lead.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Here's Rivers. Defended by Jones. 1:10 left in the third. Anderson for 3. Clark grabs the board. The Grizzlies have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Outside Jones. Green for 3. Sinks it from distance. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
Hey, he's amongst the best shooters in the game, and Green is not a creator. We know that. He's a finisher. He works extremely well off the pass.
To stop the run. Rivers, good. Rivers has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
They're being put to the test, and he's doing everything he can to keep them in this game.
Jones, the pass to Williams. Here's Clark. Back to Williams. Pass to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Conchar. Outside. Green. From the arc. Reed with the rebound. Here's Rivers. No good with a layup.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Memphis. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul.
personal foul. First team foul.
Up top, Morant. Guarded by Russell. Kicks it out to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses the 3. The Timberwolves trail. Right side Edwards. Pass to Towns. Nice move. Misses from close range. And Memphis shooting 56% today. Bain with it. Towns covering. Now Morant. Brooks outside. And here's Bain. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Russell to pass to Towns. Edwards against Bain. It's Edwards with a drive. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. On the wing, Bain. Back to Morant. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Russell finds Edwards. Down low. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Outside for Brooks. Jackson outside. McDaniels against Morant. Brooks outside. The 3. And they get it back. Jackson, the pass to Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Bain. Over Gobert. And Gobert with a block.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. Why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Russell against Morant. Here's Edwards. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Ja Morant picks one up.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
Good on the second one. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Jackson outside. Edwards against Bain. Clock at 6. Brooks the pass to Adams. McDaniels from long range. Knocks it down from distance. McDaniels got his first 3 points of the game.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Brooks. And he jams it home with authority.
Just knifing his way to the rim.
He looked practically unstoppable on that play.
Strong interior move. Aggressive, assertive, and effective.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Edwards is doubled. Russell against Morant. Here's Edwards. Oh, and Jackson with the block. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Pass to Bain. Beyond the arc. The shot won't fall. And Minnesota will come the other way.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Russell with the ball. Three-pointer. The rebound by Jackson. And here's Morant outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off.
Time to get into it. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. Now here's Towns. Knocks it loose. Shot clock at 6. Back to Edwards. Good, and as this goes to Towns.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
to Morris. From past the arc, and Paul George, good for the three.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here is Edwards. About a minute played so far here in the first. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
And Minnesota has possession. The Clippers getting the bucket. McDaniels kicks to Towns. That three off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl-Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota. But out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Now here's Edwards. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Zubac, the pass to Morris. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Russell. It's George on the wing. Back to Jackson. Morris finds Jackson. From T, George. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside, Russell. The kick out to Towns. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Towns. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance from him. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, he's big enough, and I think he's strong enough to take that kind of contact and make it an and one. Russell with a nice play.
The Clippers trail.
2 minutes.
George up top. Edwards defending. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And when you look at Paul George, he's been in the midst of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
Yeah, good job. Just staying alert there, snatching up that long rebound.
Leonard finds George. On the wing, Morris. Towns against Morris. And the dunk by Towns.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
Now, here is Morris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And here's George for 3. Trains the three-pointers. George has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Los Angeles. Now, here is Russell. 5 points in the game. Russell, a screen on George. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. This one for 3. No good. Shot missing. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Russell. Misses the layup.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Here's Leonard outside Jackson. A 3 from Morris. Can't hit that one.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Leonard inside. McDaniels defending. And stolen by Russell. And here they come. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Well, tough to hold on to the ball with those fast hands from D'Lo that are active.
Morris into the lane. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Clippers. He notched 8 points. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. It's Edwards on the wing, covered by Wall. Edwards kicks to Towns. Wall against Edwards. It's stolen by Wall. Outside Leonard. And it's Wall in the corner. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Kawhi rising up and bringing that one down.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside Russell. There's the pass to Edwards. And you hear the legends, Brent, talk shots. So often it's about what separates winning players from the guys that don't win as much. What comes to mind for you?
I think what comes to mind, Kevin, is expectation. And sometimes we get a little bit ahead of ourselves with guys who we want to anoint as the next great player. Look, sometimes it takes 3 or 4 chances at the highest level to finally reach that point where you have the confidence and the experience and the know-how to be one of the best players in the league and who compliments you along the way. So to me, it comes with a great deal of patience to let that player achieve that level of success.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Wall dishes to George. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Edwards. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Clock at 6. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Now Edwards. 6 points for him. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Out to Morris. It's up a 3. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Morris has got 5 now.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Towns against Morris. Towns, the pass to Russell. Towns sets the pick for Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Edwards inside, covered by Wall. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Noel, he's checked in for Minnesota. Clippers leading by 4. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Wall. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jaden McDaniel.
It is great to see Wall back from those awful injuries, looking a lot stronger now. And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. He'll serve as a deadly third option for LA.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
And a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Rivers. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
And Wall kicks to Morris. And the Clippers miss again. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 3.
And although he's bounced around the league, Austin Rivers has been a valuable role player throughout his career.
Well, there's stuff that you rely upon with Austin in terms of being a pesky defender and just his competitive nature. Yeah, he plays a couple of positions, but it's really that, for him to go out and compete, which is something he still does at a high level.
Zubac the pass to Leonard. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
Good on the second free throw. 59 seconds left here in the second. Here's Noel, defended by George. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. 32 seconds left to play here in the half. Timberwolves trail by 3. To the middle. Here's Noel. Here's Gobert. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Passes it to Morris. Right side Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
With Kawhi, it's not about really so much improvement as it is refining his game. And he's now hitting around 90% of his free throws. That's just remarkable stuff. That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we thanks for the great interview, David. Second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease on that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's Mann in at the 3. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Terrence Mann. Pass to Rivers. The kick out to Anderson for the lead. Oh, we got hacked on the 3. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original person.
The previous play is under review.
Sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
can do. Sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, double-checking, and the game continues on.
Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well. He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
The pass to Covington. Back to Kennard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Covington with the steal. Down low. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Reed. It's tipped.
Great anticipation. He's racked up a few of those blocks in his career, Batum has.
Covington dishes to Jackson. Stolen by Anderson. Now here's Reed. He's guarded closer. Shoots over Powell. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Kennard on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. It's tipped. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Pass to Noel. For the lead. Goes back up. Reed kicks to Prince. Back to Reed. Offensive rebound. Pass to Rivers. Here's Noel. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
In the 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge for the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Final.
And again, no good by the Clippers. Timberwolves have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Low block shot on the way. Reed finds Prince. Goes back up. Rebounded by Jackson. L.A. has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Takes it inside. Shot's good by Kennard. Well, for Jackson, he earned himself a new contract, Brent, and starting point guard duties because of that playoff.
With both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing most of the 21-22 season, Reggie Jackson took the Clippers to the 8th seed in the West, carried a lot of the scoring load consistently for the Clippers, and he led the team in both points and assists.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Taurean Prince has such a great motor, and the physical nature of his play, you got to appreciate that aggressiveness.
This is his first free throw of the game.
76% from the line a season ago. Wow. Wouldn't he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Jackson kicks to Powell. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Robert Covington. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Powell. Jackson passes to George. He takes it in.
Again, when you go from second to fourth gear, Paul George puts a lot of pressure on the defense that way.
Los Angeles, they've been 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, it's 50%. Not great work there.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Kennard, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
He doesn't get the second foul. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
Clippers leading by 3. Leonard looking around. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Back to McDaniel. No good on the 3. Clippers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Kicks it out to Leonard. Rebound, Minnesota. Outside Edwards. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And time to step it. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. The perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. 2 big men inside. Towns.
Oh, George, dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Russell with it. McDaniels finds Edwards. Back to McDaniel. Russell against Kennard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Timberwolves call time.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He told his guys, tempo, more tempo. You got to be quicker into transition. Push the ball. Let's get some opportunities before their defense can set up. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Russell against Leonard. Outside, Towns. Beyond the arc. And the rejection by Zubats. Edwards against George. Out to Morris. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Timberwolves trail by 7. And here's Edwards. Here's McDaniels. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Leonard with no one around. Here's Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Edwards against George. Back to Towns. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
So great work by Edwards to get up court in a hurry and get himself a bucket. Can't let those fast break opportunities get away.
And George kicks to Kennard. That falls. Nice lead that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Edwards. Lays it up and banks it in. Edwards got 4 points now in the quarter.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Driving the lane. Here's George. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Again, Los Angeles.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Edwards looking it over. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
At the line for 2.
And he ends up making the second, and that brings them within single digits.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Nobody near George. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Paul George spotted up, spacing the floor, and cashes in.
1:12 left in the game. Here's Gobert. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
Here's Kennard. From deep, George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
And you know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
And here's Leonard from 3.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And a rare block shot from Morris, anticipates the move and just times it out perfect.
And it's Kawhi Leonard with the 3.
3 points.
Leonard's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. First shot by McDaniels, no good. Here's Morris. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purists.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. Kawhi and Morris in at the forward slots. Paul George out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Zubats in at the 5. Here's Leonard. It's George on the wing.
Well, Steven Adams making his presence felt. This guy on the defensive end can be special.
Morris passes to George. Tries again. 4 on the clock. Morris finds Leonard. They get it back. Kicks it out to Kennard. And the Clippers miss again.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. Here's Adams. Another shot. Jackson for 3. It doesn't go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Kennard on the wing. Hounded by Morant. Morris for 3. The rebound by Jackson.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Morant, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss. Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
Nails it from 3.
Well, this is one aspect of his game where Kawhi Leonard has come such a long way. The ability to make guys around him better with his passing.
Morant, the pass to Adams. Good, and the setup by Morant. We know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor doors.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
Jackson outside. Brooks outside. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's George. Now here's Kennard. And he lays it up and in.
How about that? Luke Kennard looking very comfortable on the interior. That's a tremendous finish.
Pass to Brooks. Left side Bain. Jackson outside. Oh, Morris with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
We call that solid fundamentals. Luke Kennard finding his teammate on time and on target.
Jackson outside. Adams with the ball. Outside for Morant. On the wing, Bain launches it. Drains the triple.
We've watched Morant gets so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter. Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. 4-3, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Now here's Jackson. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Bane finds Morant. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. The kick out to Morris. The three is up. Offensive rebound. Kennard on the wing. Leonard passes to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Here's George. And lays it up and banks it in.
Well, superstars understand the contact is part of the game. Paul George willing to play through it.
Here's Morant.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Memphis, John Morant.
The free throw drops from Morant. No good on the second free throw. He gets it off. No good on the buzzer beater. Well, good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
It was pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at center. And that's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Morant. Outside for Brooks. Jackson against Morris. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Morant. And there's the drive. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Driving in. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Now here's Bane. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
George, no good. Memphis leading. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Morant against George. Now Morris. Back to George. Counted. And it's Morris with the assist. George has got 5 points.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Morant. Brooks from outside. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard on the wing. And no good, trying to use the glass. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Here's Kennard after the basket by Memphis. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And the dunk by Leonard.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Memphis has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Jackson outside. Outside Morant.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Jackson. The 3-ball. Morant, the pass to Bain. Gets the 3 to fall. Bain's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Dynamic. I mean, every night Morant makes incredible plays, and that extends as well to his passing.
And a deep 3 from Leonard. Again, the miss by Leonard.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now here's Bain. Give him 8. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Morant. Just 3 to shoot. Over George. It's Morant missing.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Leonard against Brooks. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Outside Morant. Pass to Adams. Back to Morant. To the inside. Adams finds Bain. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Bain, the pass to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Jackson. Over Morris. Jackson gets the bucket. Now it's a 6-point Grizzly lead.
And that's part of what makes Jackson Jr. so dangerous. He's great inside, but can also shoot from the perimeter.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Oh, Morris with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Good ball pressure and fast plays like that will tighten this up quick.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. 9 seconds left in the first half. George passes to Kennard. Morris left side. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Grizzlies out in front, up by 4. We've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
And so in the game for the Clippers, Wall and Powell, the backcourt duo. Robert Covington is out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Batum in at the 5, roaming the paint. Jones, the pass to Clark. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Ball with it. Launches a 3. Williams grabs the board. Outside Jones. Pass to Green. There's the drive. Back to Jones. Stolen by Wall. And it's the Clippers on the break. And the big finish by Wall.
the vertical on display by John Wall. My goodness.
Outside, Williams. Jones against Wall. Williams a screen on Wall. Jones. Rebound by the Clippers. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Man. The kick out to Wall. Back to Man. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Man. Nails it from beyond the arc. Man's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Jones finds Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
A physical finish by Wall. And if you're defending, you've got to get your money's worth.
That one misses for Wall. The Grizzlies have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Jones, the pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Batum against Clark. Back to Powell. Outside Covington. Powell outside. The shot no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside for Green. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Well, this guy is a lethal distance shooter. Danny Green, lights out.
And here's Wall. Pass to Man. This one for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
The rebound by Man. Los Angeles is gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. And Danny Green gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Here's Powell. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Jones up top. Wall covering. Jones, the pass to Clark. Here's Conchar. Pass to Jones. Back to Conchar. Clock at 6. Now Green. Takes a 3. And Wall pulls it down. Powell outside. Outside Covington to the middle. The kick out to Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
It seems to be the new breed of point guards who can play above the rim. Wall finishing with style.
Now here's Jones. And stolen by Covington. Ball with it. Guarded now by Williams. Out to Powell. And there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Here's Jones. Pass to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Just wow. A monster flush from the big man.
The Clippers trail. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Man. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis' ball.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
A line change here for Memphis. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Zubats, he's checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Covington. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Man. And it's Paul George in for Wall. Outside Morant. Jackson outside. Three-pointer.
Well, that's the wingspan of Paul George. He is so good at bothering shooters with that length.
And we've reached the end of the third. Grizzlies out in front, leading by 4. Don't go. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. It's stolen by Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Inside, here's Powell. Out to Leonard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
It's both from the stripe. Memphis has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Brooks, the pass to Adams. Zubac with the steal. George finds Zubac. Kicks it to George. And here's Leonard. Back to George. It's Powell on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. And the Clippers lead by 1. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded.
Oh! Gets it
down! Showing some power.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Morant, pass to Jackson. Back to Morant, deflects the pass. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Zubac. Out to Leonard. Morris on the wing. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Brooks has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Woo! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
The call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
From the inbound. And the dunk by Leonard.
Well, defense had nothing for Kawhi Leonard. Nice jam.
Now Morant. And he makes it on the layup.
Can you say prime time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
Powell passes to Morris. Out to Powell. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Brooks has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Bain. Outside for Brooks. Jackson with it. Puts the move on. Blocked. And it's the Clippers on the break. Morris for 3. Brooks with the rebound. Brooks has got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside Morant. Brooks outside. Takes it inside. On the wing, Bain. Now covers. 4 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot to take the lead. Doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Leonard outside. Pass to Powell. Let's go with a three. Adams grabs the miss. Memphis trailing here. Brooks with it. Now Bain. To the paint. Here's Adams. And he sinks it.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Up to Powell. Stolen by Jackson. And here's Morant. Brooks outside. Outside Morant. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Brooks, the pass to Adams. Money.
And they do have a foul to give if needed.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from three.
Back to Powell. To stop the drought. Off target from downtown. No good. And so the big win by Memphis in a tight game. That was an incredible. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Adding into the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Russell. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Outside, Bain. Out to Morant. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Jackson. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage. That's it.
The basket counts, and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding.
Now here's Morant. Can't get it to fall.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Russell dishes to McDaniels. Over Brooks. Out to Edwards. Good, and as this goes to Towns. Edwards got his second basket of the night.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Now, here's Bain. And the serious dunk to finish it off. Outside Edwards. Driving to the basket. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Brooks. And rejection by McDaniel. Bain against Edwards. He had drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Walking foul call, Julian McDaniel. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Morant. And trying to free himself up. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Unloads from 13. It's good on the putback.
That's a signature move by Gobert. The length allows him to do what others can't.
Bain against Edwards. Bain passes to Morant. Brooks feeling it out a bit. That shot missing. And Minnesota now the other way. Dylan Brooks seems like a very spirited player. But he plays with a lot of emotion.
I've heard coaches say he's the team's biggest cheerleader, whether that's game time or practice. Kevin, he loves to motivate his squad to be at their best.
Smitty with Memphis. What do they need right now to make a championship run this season?
Kevin, I think the pieces are all in place. It's a matter of luck on the injury front and staying focused when the pressure's on in the biggest postseason games. I'm trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Another miss by Minnesota.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Moran kicks to Brooks. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Memphis moving it around. It's Brooks on the wing. 6 to shoot. And there's the pass to Adams. Jackson from long range. And rebounded by McDaniel.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Inside. Here's Edwards. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Timberwolves leading by 3. The dish to Russell. Fires the 3. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Russell. Edwards got 12 points in the game.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Morant passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
And here's Russell. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Minnesota.
So shifty with the ball in his hands. Russell changes pace with the best of them.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty clear.
The previous play is
going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. That quarter had to take a lot out of him, and he racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Got a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that high.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. They get it again. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Brooks with it. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Good athlete, 37-inch vertical. Brooks aggressive above the rim.
Outside Edwards. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Adams picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
Hasn't shot the ball well at the stripe, going 0 for 3 so far. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Gobert with the block.
This is why shooters always have an eye out for Rudy. And if you don't, this could be the result.
McDaniels in the post. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Out to Brooks. Back to Morant. And it's good, assisting on the play with Brooks. Morant's got 7 points.
Morant, such a quick thinker. He doesn't hesitate on the catch and shoot.
Russell passes to Towns. Grizzlies with the rebound. Now Morant. He has 7. Bain kicks to Jackson. Morant outside. Brooks the pass to Morant. Brooks left side. Here's Adams with 1 on the clock, and Adams with the slam.
Can't teach size and strength. Once Adams gets position, you're not rooting him out of there.
Here's Russell. From the arc. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the player. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Bain against Edwards. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Morant passes to Adams.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Bounce pass, Russell. Russell a screen on Bain. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. No good on the triple. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
Great vision by John Morant has the passing talent to average double-digit assists.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Morant. For Memphis, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Jackson dishes to Brooks. Outside, Bain. Pass to Adams. And it's sent back by Russell. 29 seconds left now here in the second. It's stolen by Adams. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
First team.
The shooting of Desmond Bain is special. Knocking down threes as good as anyone in the game.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Rivers checked in. Now here's Morant. 7 points in the game. 3 seconds separate the shot clock in game. Adams' shot is good.
Watch how Adams puts his physique to work, grinding up the defense and finding an inside shot.
And here's Rivers. Shoots over Morant. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David, for that interview.
Get ready for the double lucky.
Talking half of basketball upon us, we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Reed. Downs is out there with McDaniels. And it's Rivers. And it's Noel into the two-guard spot. Jones kicks to Williams. Feeds to Clark. Again, and a great move by Williams. Williams has got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies.
You know what? He got himself into perfect position in the paint. Did a great job of really just defending his position, corralling that board, and then getting the finish.
The kick out to Town. Off target with his 3. Memphis leading by 7. Jones looking for an opening. Outside, Green. Kicks it out to Jones. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Timberwolves shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Noel's got his first points of the night.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
And then Clark slams it in.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Rivers against Jones. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Rivers.
I mean, he's extremely confident and aggressive. Rivers loves to take it up inside.
Here's Conchar. Back to Williams. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Clark. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
You gotta know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Jones against Rivers, and he banks in the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Conchar. Hits the three-point bomb. Conchar got himself on the board with 3 there.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Over in the corner, McDaniels launches it. Rivers can't get it to go. Memphis leading by 8. Jones in the post. McDaniels defending. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
1:32 left in the third. Noel. Rivers against Jones. Towns sets the pick for Rivers. And there's the try. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Towns. Torian Prince comes in for McDaniels. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Rivers. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Outside, Jones passes it to Conchar. Over in the corner, Green. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists tonight.
I love the elevation Danny Green gets on his jumper. Makes him tough to defend from distance.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's McLaughlin. It doesn't go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Clark left side. Here's Conchar. On the wing, Williams. 5 to shoot. Nifty move. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Come on. That's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Here's McLaughlin to the left side wing. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's Memphis up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Brandon Clark is out there with Williams. Then it's Tyus Jones. Then it's Green, and it's Conchar into the 2 guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. The kick out to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Jones in the post. Russell's there. And Green with the basket on the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Edwards. By Edwards.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. So Memphis ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
Morant against Russell. Morant kicks to Brooks. It's stolen by Edwards. And now the Timberwolves on the break. There's McDaniels, and that one, good.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Morant against Russell. Morant passes to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Out to Morant. The 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Edwards. Gobert the pass to Russell. Outside Edwards. Timberwolves keep it alive. Towns down low. They shoot again. The pass to Russell. Shoots from the line, and he hits the jumper for 2.
It's nice to see Russell's discipline. Stays patient and earns the shots he gets.
Jackson, a screen on Russell. Morant pitches to Jackson. It's stolen by Edwards. Into the lane.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
And he gets the bucket.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Morant against Russell. 3-pointer. That's a 2 from Towns. Another shot. Out to Edwards. Five on the clock, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. One's on Morant.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And he does get the second one, and that brings them within 8.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
by Adams. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. And he commits the intentional foul. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Grizzlies?
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
Morant scanning the floor. Brooks kicks to Bain. Memphis moving that ball around. Out to Morant. And rejection by McDaniel. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. .107 left in the fourth quarter. Russell passes to McDaniels. Russell with a wide open look. Kept alive. Gobert dishes to Russell. Edwards with it. Just 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Russell kicks to Gobert. Here's McDaniels. Goes up again. No good. Not a friendly rim at all. This trip down. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Payne for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Now the Timberwolves with it. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. And Edwards with the stop.
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
Now Brooks. Kicks it to Morant. Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. All right,